Alright everyone, here we are with ticker symbol NAKD, Naked Brand Group. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we dive into this chart, I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware that I have a new ticker symbol to share with you guys. This ticker symbol has big potential and the sector that it's in is growing rapidly. And when you compare it to the top dogs of this sector, there's so much potential moving forward for this one. So stay tuned for more information on it. And I do want to bring to everyone's attention that as early as tomorrow, I should be launching a Patreon. Now, if it isn't by tomorrow, it should be sometime this week. And I want every single investor and viewer to be aware of it because it's a way to further support the channel. And all these ticker symbols that I talk about towards the end of the video, you guys will know firsthand once I start analyzing them, once I start looking at them, and what made me get attracted to it and actually want to add it to my watch list. And once I get confirmation, I share it with everyone here on YouTube once it makes sense. So you guys will have access to that and so much other resources and information that I will be sharing through the Patreon. So stay tuned for that. So here we are. Naked Brand Group, NAKD stock, continues to hold itself up slightly above, that low here of 121, but it brought itself up and it's just been pulling downwards since, right? And today was another day that it just pulled downwards. So we want to keep in mind this low here, 121, super important for the next coming days and the rest of the week. So you definitely want to keep that in mind. Our 50-day moving average is 136. We're below it. We're in bearish territory. So what do the bulls need to break through? They certainly need to break through this high here before it fell, even though it's a bearish candlestick of 143. They do want to break through 136 first. Then their next point would be 143, and they need to turn that into a support to pull upwards to reach newer highs and new resistance levels. Super important for the bulls to keep that in mind and break through that. But before getting there, and even the 50-day moving average, we're going to look at this in a very narrow form. And it is the highest point here in this sideways movement. And that's 132, 2 cents away from the current price. So 132 needs to be broken through, turn into a support. And the bulls need to pull upwards to reach newer highs and new resistance levels. So we're kind of in bearish territory with some slight tug of war action here, okay? Even though it's pulling downwards, we are in a tug of war zone because as soon as the bulls reappear, they can pull upwards and get close to the 50-day moving average and probably even cross it. Or if the bears appear, they continue to pull it down. So this is getting really close here, but the bears so far are slightly dominating. Now, even though we talked about 121, the lowest point reached today, which you want to look at tomorrow, is 126, 125, give or take. But to be exact, 126. That's 4 cents away from the current price of 130. And if that gets broken through, this could be on its way to newer lows, new support levels, and pulling further away from the 50-day moving average. So definitely pay close attention to the behavior of this stock. If it breaks through 126, how quickly is it hitting newer lows? Or are the bulls trying to reappear and bring it back up? As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Stay tuned to the end because the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys, you won't want to miss. And you definitely want to have it on your watch list. So for everyone that has stayed to this point in the video, the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys is a big opportunity. There's a lot out there, but this one is in a sector that the opportunity to the price per share, to the market cap, is just so undervalued because it's so fresh and new into the market. And also it's a growing company. Once it makes it, just like the other big players in this sector, I mean, the opportunity will be big from this point moving outwards. So the potential here, according to this platform, their infrastructure and their business goals and everything that's projected about them, it's a big opportunity if everything obviously falls into place and so forth. So when I mean big, and you guys know I'm not hype, you guys know that I don't like to overinflate things or make things seem bigger than they are. But I am here to emphasize that this stock is a big opportunity. So before we jump into the ticker symbol I'm going to share with you guys, I just want to quickly look here at Genius Brands. We talked about it yesterday, to add to your watch list. So this was at about 201 when market closed on Friday. So when I said this was a learning experience for anyone that didn't know or wasn't too familiar with it, it was showing signs based off of different indicators like the RSI, the MACD, and also the closer moving average, that there was a possibility that this could start to work its way up. Well, it certainly did. It went from 201 all the way to 220. Quickly dropped right back down. So the volatility, you can see it there. Now, you want to continue watching this one going into the week because there is opportunity probably for this one to continue to do this type of movement as long as indicators are showing that. But right now the ticker symbol is kind of fighting, right, to stay above that $2 mark, and it's coming right back down, and it's coming back pretty fast. I didn't think that it was going to come back that fast. I thought it would kind of consolidate a little bit higher, then probably pull back and then run back up. Something like that throughout the week. And who knows? Maybe it's pulling back to this point. More investors look at it as an opportunity, load up on shares, and bring this one back up. So you want to continue watching this one carefully. But this is a very speculative play. So I want every single investor to be aware of that. So what ticker symbol is it that I want to talk about? Well, it is OZON. This is the ticker symbol you want to add to your watch list. This is the big opportunity. So here we are. You can see how this IPO'd, right, at around $40. It ran up to 50, came back down, and then it ran back up to 56, came back down to 46. From that point forward, it spiked up to 68, and it's cooling off. So the cool thing about this one is that when you zoom in, yes, you could see the subtle downward movement in a very slow fashion because it's only gone down $4. But when you zoom out, you can kind of see that it's consolidating. It's hanging out within this channel. It hasn't broken through the $62 mark, and it hasn't broken through the highest point here after that drop of $66, almost $67. So you want to watch this carefully. If it breaks through 62, it could start to hit newer lows. And if it continues to stay in this channel, all it takes is another catalyst for this to run up. Look how small the market cap is. And what are they? Well, they're an internet retailer. They are comparable to Jumia, and if you want to compare it to the top dogs, Shopify, Amazon, eBay, and so forth. Now, even when we go to eBay's pretty small. These guys have so much more room. So who is Ozon? Well, they are the Amazon of Russia, pretty much. Based off the articles and everything that I've seen, that's pretty much what they are. I look forward to seeing what you guys find about this one. If you want to comment down below, I would appreciate it. Or what you have found if you already knew about this one. But very important to do some research here on this and not miss out on knowing more about it. Because look at eBay. eBay's market cap is 42 billion and it's in the 60s range. So yes, it's almost in the same type of sector, but this is even bigger. Ozon is even bigger. Look at that, 11 billion. So if this was to go into the 40 billion mark, just like eBay, like we could see here, 42, and it's going for 62 a share, there's probably more that goes into the market share, right, of these two different sectors, and then also the market cap and the price per share that make these value differently. But once this hits like 40 billion, this is going to be upwards to, maybe 2x or 3x the current price. Think about that. So when we go to Jumia, let's see how Jumia is doing. Now, Jumia is comparable to this one. They're fresh, they're new. Jumia has a smaller market cap, and they're around the same price per share, right? So there's room here even for Jumia, right? This is awesome stuff here. Now, when you compare the two of them, some people will say that Jumia has a little bit less of an infrastructure or growth potential than Ozon. One is better than the other. That's more of a personal preference. But the top dog here that leads the whole pack is Amazon. Okay? Amazon leads the whole pack. Could these market caps of these companies reach these numbers? Possibly. It's going to take years, but it can possibly reach that. And if it even reaches half of that, just think about dividing this share price in half or even to 1/3 of this total amount. And look at where these stocks are at. They're in the 60s. So much room here. So I definitely see big opportunity here. This is so fresh, and it started off at a nicer number than Jumia. That's another thing to consider. You know, it was priced in per share at a much better valuation than Jumia to start. Jumia was way back below $40. So this stock has started off, and if anyone that is an investor or viewer that remembers, you know, there might be some of you here watching my channel, when Amazon started, Amazon was around these prices, and it took years to get where it's at. But you know, I'm not saying these are possibly going to be just like Amazon and that they are like Amazon, but the potential is there. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.